Today, the Horse Racing Integrity Authority is taking steps to review the increasing death toll seen over at Churchill Downs. A 12th horse died over the weekend, and according to the track, the second to die within 24 hours. One Friday, the other Saturday. Our Alexis Jones takes a closer look at that investigation.
12 deaths in one spring meet are leaving many people with questions, but one longtime trainer has full faith those questions will be answered.
If it's something to do with a racetrack, we'll figure it out. They'll figure it out.
Dale Roman's thoroughbred, Rio Moon, is a part of the string of horses euthanized recently, a tragedy he says he didn't see coming.
It's a very difficult thing to go through. When you see it, all you do is second guess yourself. You wonder, should I have caught some earlier? And it really affects the way you do business for quite a while after the fact.
But Roman says the loss hasn't changed his confidence in Churchill Downs.
This is a safe racetrack. They do everything they can to protect the horses. When we have 12, there's an issue. We got to fix it. But Churchill's the right people to be leading this ship.
Now the Horse Racing Integrity Authority is stepping in, announcing measures in addition to their investigation. First, they will hold an emergency veterinary summit Tuesday. Teams from Churchill Downs, the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission, and HISA will review and analyze events surrounding recent deaths. Then authorities say well-known track superintendent will get a second look at the track. And lastly, HISA will send their Director of Equine Safety and Welfare to Churchill Downs to provide additional veterinary oversight. In the meantime, Roman says he and others will be there in support of authorities and remaining horses.
Nothing about what's happening right now makes any sense. But we're all working in the same direction, all working together, whether you're adversaries or your partners, because we all put the welfare of the horse first.
In a statement, Churchill Downs says they've tested the track several times over the past few weeks and are working closely with HISA to find the root cause. In Louisville, Alexis Jones, WHAS11 on your side.
We were there for one of the track tests at Churchill Downs just last week. Engineers told us they did not see anything wrong, which is consistent with the results they've received during testing 2 weeks before the spring meet. We'll continue to follow the story and share any updates online. We have heard from the Animal Wellness Action calling for a temporary shutdown of live racing at Churchill until we can figure out what's going on. That group this morning calling the deaths of 12 horses unnerving and unacceptable, saying if the track keeps doing the same thing, it can expect the same result. The show cannot just go on. Churchill veterinarians, as you heard from Alexis, will be in Lexington for a summit today at 2 o'clock this afternoon to discuss that investigation. We'll have continuing coverage about what was said starting today at 4 o'clock. Right now, Metro Police are asking for your help in finding a missing person. Take a look at your screen. This is 55-year-old Tina Murphy. Police said that she is missing from Apex Gardens Drive off Brownsboro Road. Last seen driving a 2004 white Honda Pilot. Police also said Murphy suffers from medical conditions requiring medication. If you know anything, you're asked to call 574-LMPD or 911. Kentucky State Police conducting a death investigation this afternoon in Spencer County after a person was found dead inside their home Monday evening. It was initially called in as a fire to the area of Chapman Road. We will keep you updated as more information becomes available. 3 overnight shootings, all within 15 minutes of one another in Louisville. In all, 5 people were hurt. It started around 1:15 this morning when LMPD said 2 men showed up at Mary and Elizabeth Hospital with gunshot wounds. Later determined they were shot on Shanks Lane, about 4 miles away. 5 minutes later, police said a man was shot in the leg on Rockford Lane. That's in the St. Denis neighborhood. And then 2 men found shot on North 34th Street in Shawnee. We're told both of them were taken to the hospital as well, all surviving at this point. LMPD also, though, investigating a deadly shooting in Smoketown. They said around 7:30 last night, officers found a woman shot multiple times in the parking lot of a business there on East Broadway near South Preston. She died at the hospital. As of right now, no arrests have been made. If you know anything about any one of these shootings, you are urged to call the anonymous tip line. Again, that's 574-LMPD. Louisville Fire says it's found no signs of working smoke detectors after a Crescent Hill house fire claimed the lives of 3 people. We do know the victims were a woman in her 80s and a man and woman in their 50s. That fire happened Sunday night at a house on Kennedy Avenue just off Frankfort Avenue. Close to 60 firefighters responded to that blaze. The cause still unknown. It is expected to be a lengthy investigation, according to Louisville Fire. Police in Henderson, Kentucky say they have pulled the body of an escaped inmate from the Ohio River. Officials say Bradley Gillespie escaped an Ohio prison with another inmate last week. That fellow escapee, James Lee, was captured last Wednesday, leading to a manhunt for Gillespie. Authorities responded Sunday to a call of a body floating in the river, and later it was identified as that inmate.
We are glad to have closure to this situation and this event. However, I do not feel it is appropriate to celebrate death of any life at this time.
Authorities said an autopsy will be conducted to determine his cause of death. Well, crews have yet to find a man who went overboard in East Louisville Sunday morning. LMPD said it happened around 12:30 a.m. Harrods Creek Fire and EMS were dispatched to a water rescue near Captain's Quarters. Divers searched overnight and could not locate him. It has since turned into a recovery operation.